Joining us this morning to discuss are psychologist and author of the Top 50 Questions Kids Ask, Dr. Susan Bartell, and parenting expert Shannon Eis. Good to have both of you with us.
Great to be here.
You're both parents as well, so you can weigh in on this in two perspectives. Shannon, your kids are still pretty little. You have a daughter and a son. What do you think about it all?
You know, I think children start to explore their sexuality in so many ways way before the age of 5. You know, my son runs to the screen to kiss iCarly every time he sees her. My daughter is being questioned why I wear my hair short like boys because her friends have said that. So they're exposed to a lot at an early age, and this gender conversation happens in a lot of different ways for them.
But should we be focusing on gender roles so early and trying to pinpoint our kids?
Absolutely not. We should be focusing on making our kids into good people, good friends, wonderful family members. Their gender is going to emerge naturally as part of who they are, and it has nothing to do with whether or not we put pink nail polish on them.
Some folks have weighed in on both sides of this. A couple of people on our Facebook page wrote in to say that they had an issue with the picture. Rosalind says, quote, OMG, oh my God, that's just wrong. That poor kid is going to be bullied in school for that ad. Dee Dee agreed, writing, I can't believe that mother did that to her son and has him looking like a little girl. That kid will never live that down. Is that a valid concern that by maybe encouraging your kids to do things which may not be seen as traditional, that it could be harmful for them in school and could cause them problems?
Actually, I think it's the opposite, that if we teach our children to be strong and to stand up for what they believe in, they are less likely to be targets of bullies than if we teach them to give in to everything that other people pressure them to do. They're much more likely to be seen as vulnerable then.
This comes up a lot, and especially since you have, you know, one of each in your household, Shannon. I've heard parents say, oh, you can't play with that. That's a toy that's only for boys, or that's only for girls. Is that something that is still ingrained in people's heads? You know, boys can only play with trucks and girls can only play with dolls?
Well, a lot of it is just gender neutral to them. They don't even understand. My son last night sitting playing a Barbie game on our iPad. He doesn't care it's Barbie. He just knows he wants to beat his sister's score. So at the end of the day, they're just playing with each other. They're modeling each other's behaviors. They're modeling their parents' behaviors. We have a grooming basket in our house that our kids play with while they're helping me get ready, right? So they're doing their hair and all their different things because that's what they see mommy doing. So it's a very natural way to explore through play, and that's how they work.
And roles are changing anyway. You know, when it comes to dads, a lot of dads stay home. You know, my husband stayed home for 2 years with our older son. Dads do a lot of cooking now. They do a lot of childcare.
So that should all be role modeled for kids, and those gender lines of what's supposed to be a girl thing and what's supposed to be a boy thing should be blurred. I think that's much better for kids to be growing up knowing that they can be empowered to work and do whatever boys do, and for boys to learn over the generations that they need to jump in and do what used to be girls' work so that families can work together and be a team.
The great thing about, you know, whether there's controversy or not over a photo like this is it can really spark discussion. We don't even have to have debate. It can spark discussion. I mean, is this something you think that would come up in your household, Shannon, with, you know, pink nail polish on a little guy with your son?
It absolutely is, and much to my, husband's chagrin for the moment, my son had his fingernail polish on his fingernails because my daughter painted it. And that happens quite a bit. She dresses him up, and we take pictures, of course, right? Because that's got to be in the yearbook.
He's going to love it when you bring those pictures out later on. Some people are concerned about the picture coming out later on. Is this something that you should legitimately be concerned about, whether it's, you know, your daughter painting your son's nails or, you know?
I think that parents and kids need to be careful about what they put online, on Facebook and places like that, and we need to be teaching our kids that. But something like this is not going to come back in later years. He's a little boy. Again, he needs, and his mom need to make the decisions together what works for them, and he needs to learn how to stand up for himself. And if anyone does comment on it, there are lots of things that get commented on by other kids to kids, and you need to stand up for what you believe in. So I don't think that later on this is even going to register for anyone or be relevant. And for now, they need to do what works for their family, and it's important for other people not to judge and to recognize that gender identity comes from inside. It doesn't come from something that you put on your toenails.
Susan Bartell, Shannon Eis, great to have both of you with us this morning. Thanks for weighing in.
Thanks, Erica.